and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the Journeyman Career Mode. If you're familiar with this, you'll know what is going to happen. If you're not familiar, we have a setup video on the channel. There's a link in the description to let you know that how this series is going to run down. But the basic gist of it is we're going to run through 5 different continents. We're going to pick ourselves the first international job offer that comes our way, and we're going to try and win some World Cups. Now, this is a very fast-paced career mode. We basically simulate most of the month, and we play 1 game per month. That's how I'm going to be playing this series. We'll be scouting youth talent, we'll be bringing in regens, and hopefully we'll get an international job where we can start building that prolific squad to go and get some World Cup action and maybe a World Cup title. Now, we basically are going to start here in the A-League. The team picked by you guys at home was the Wellington Phoenix, so we will be starting here with this New Zealand side and scouting New Zealand talent. Maybe we'll get the New Zealand job. Who knows what is going to come in this series. So if you haven't seen the setup video, go back and check that one out. That showed you everything that is going to happen in this series. But I'm ready to get things underway here with the Wellington Phoenix. Right, so we've got a fairly decent squad. It's a 2-star squad here. We've got the 73 there and Krishna. We can use the real players in the squad. We cannot go and buy any real players. We can only buy regens and youth academy players to bring into this side, and they have to be from the free agent list. We can't go and poach other teams for their regens either. So we'll have to get lucky along the way. But basically, right now, we have got the Wellington Phoenix, and our first objective is to win at this A-League title. Now, the way the A-League works is it's not if you finish on top. You've got to go through and you've got to win that final trophy in the playoffs. So that is our first objective this season. Let's go and have a look around and see what the manager, task and everything that we need to do with this career mode before we get underway. Right, manager objectives. We've got to get that manager rating nice and high so that when we do go and look for a new job, we get some teams that, actually want us to manage them. If we've got a really low rating, it's going to be hard to get another job when we do look to move on once we've completed this first challenge. So we need to sign some youth players and play them in the starting 11 and grow 1 by 5. Hopefully we can do that. Sell out attendances, domestic. They want us to reach the playoff quarterfinals and financially finish the season with 3.5 million unspent allocated funds. I'm sure we should be able to do that because we're not really going to be buying too many players unless they're from the free agency list. So let's jump into this. Of course, we are allowed 1 Scout Future Star for this series. We'll go ahead and redeem this item. And basically with the Scout Future Star, he is the only real player that we can take along once we go to the next clubs. The Scout Future Star, it's always good to sign him, build teams around him and just let him join you along the journey. The marquee man of this series. Hopefully he's a decent player. Hopefully we don't get something crap back. But let's go and send out and look for our Scout Future Star. Right, we also have our scouts here. They're all 1-star scouts. Now, these 3 lads are going to join us on our journey as well. Bernhard Gruber, the Cheeseburger, and Schuster, of course. Basically, the first one needs to be in the league that you're in. So we're going to have to go and look in New Zealand and Australia constantly until we move on from here. The second one will be for our international job offer. Once we get that first international job, our second scout will be constantly scouting that particular country, building up that player pool ready for some World Cup action. And the third one is completely up to us. Now, what I'm going to do here is in the comment section down below, leave me some countries to go and scout. Put thumbs up on anywhere you do want us to scout. But think about this. Think about the country that we could possibly get as our international job. I don't want to be out there scouting the likes of Italy, Spain, France. We're not going to get that kind of international job offer. We're going to get things like South Africa, New Zealand, Saudi Arabia if they're in there. I'm not too sure what international job offers are available. We might get Bolivia. There are 2 stipulations I'm going to put into this one though. Last year we did Austria, and the year before that we had Finland. So if any of those 2 do pop up, I am not going to take those. And of course, if we get an international country that we cannot scout for youth talent, we are not taking that one as well. So hopefully we get a job offer here in the first couple of seasons so we can start building that pool. But get down below in the comments and leave me some countries to go and scout. We'll use the second 2 scouts here to go out to the countries that you want to see. And this is going to turn over really quickly because we're going to be getting through 3-4 months an episode. So I'm going to need lots of countries down there, lots of thumbs up, and hopefully we can get some countries in here, build talent pools up and really bring some of these lower talent pool sides up into these World Cup competitions, and when we do play the World Cup, hopefully we come up against some of those youth academy players that we've brought through. But until we do that, I'm going to pick the first 3. So let's send the first one, of course, off to New Zealand. We're going to look for any player in New Zealand. Right, as well as some homegrown talent, we may as well go just across the pond into Australia and bring back in some Australian players. And the third one, well, where is possible that we will get a job offer from? Obviously, I don't think China's in. I don't think Japan is in. Can you get the Korean national team? I'm not sure we would get that offer, and I'm not sure they're in here. Let's go to South Africa and see if we can get some maybe physically strong players into this club. All right, our scouts are all set up, so make sure you're commenting down below, and we'll get some scouts out there from the guys that you guys have chosen. Make sure you're putting thumbs up on. The ones with the most thumbs up are generally the ones that I will pick for the scouting missions. I had a look at the free agency list. There are 5 regens on here. I'm going to scout them out first, but we've got McGlinchey, who is a centre-back CDM here from New Zealand. He is very tall. Looks like he's a good 6'7". Okay, that would be a handy pickup. We've got Mitov from Bulgaria. Bejarano from Bolivia. How do you even say his last name? He's from Romania. And Udanta Pasi from India with the 5-star skill moves and the 4-star weak foot, but the low work rates. He's a striker, a possible option. I'll wait until the overalls come back. We may sign some free agents. Let's get moving in this season. So in the first month of games, obviously we've got a transfer window, and we'll see if we can generate a little bit of cash. We've only got about 1.7 million. I am using dollars in this one as we gallivant around the continent, but we're going to simulate all of these games here in July, so let's get moving. I will do live sims though, so let me know your thoughts down below. Do you want to see the live sims, or would you just like a sort of a recap on how the team went? Let me know your thoughts and how you want to, pan out these video edits. All right, the first pre-season tournament game, obviously all real players out here. Quick sim, it's a 2-0 victory. We get a transfer offer in here for Oliver Sale. I'm not really familiar with the Wellington Phoenix side. He is our number 2 keeper, only 22 years of age. I want to kind of build up this team so that they are a strong competitive team in the future. We'll always go back and check out how the leagues have been going at the end of every season, so we can see how our former clubs have been going. And some of these players will go into the pool for the international job. So I think we'll keep Oliver Sale here at the moment in case we want to train him up as a goalkeeping option, so we'll reject that offer. Second pre-season tournament game, and it's a 1-0 victory. Doing well here early. And an unchanged lineup here against El Fire FC for a 2-1 victory. Right, an extra 580 grand into our budget. Now, I will eventually upgrade the scouts, but we'll see how we go for money. If we can upgrade them and, they get to 3-star, and then we move to a new club and we have to reduce back to a 2-star, that's how we'll play it out. But I'm going to keep them low at the moment and see how we go. Right, all the ratings are back on the players here from the free agency list. Ryan McGlinchey, 6'7", 63 overall, is definitely someone that could definitely help out this team. High defensive work rate, a big unit with good jumping and strength. And you know what? We're going to go straight in and see if we can bring him in. So we make our first signing of this Journeyman Career Mode. It is McGlinchey. He is a big unit, 63 overall, 21 years of age, can play central defensive midfield. And you know what? That is a good little prospect there for the future. I mean, we've got Stevie Taylor here at 69, but how old's he? 32. And we've also got Durante at 36. So, I mean, they're going to start dropping in rating. There are a few centre-backs around here, that's for sure. But definitely a good pickup for the future here for the Wellington Phoenix. Right, semi-finals here against Awata. They score in the first minute, and they get over us on penalties 5-4. Right, also let me know in the comments if you do want to see the training. I've got Singh, Karsasi, and McGlinchey here in at the training sessions at the moment. It's really up to you. I can sort of give you an indication of who's getting training and that. I can show you every week. Let me know in the comments section, your thoughts on whether you want to actually see the training, because there's going to be a shitload of it because we're getting through a lot of months of content. Right, here we go. The all-important news is that the scout has returned looking for our scout future star. Hopefully he's brought us back something special. Let's have a look here. And it is Andrea Russo, an Italian. So Riccardo Gallo's got someone from his home country. 65 overall. He's a playmaking right midfielder with a 73 to 93 potential valuation of 1.2 million. So Andrea Russo will be joining us through this career mode. And, well, apparently he will grow up to 94 balance and 88 sprint speed. That's not his stats when we pull him in right now, but let's get him straight into this team. Right, so Russo starts off with 75 vision, You can see there, obviously, his stats have all dropped down. That's what he is at the start here. Good crossing curve, free kick accuracy, and long shots already. Some good passing skills, and obviously he is just going to grow. 17 years of age, can play all across that 3. A high attacking work rate with a 3-star, 3-star skills, and weak foot respectively. And hopefully he grows into something special. Ricky Ricardo Gallo was an absolute beast. Got to 92 overall in the last series. So let's see what Andrea Russo can do for us and here at the Wellington Phoenix. Right, we get our first scout report back, and only 1-star, 1-star. It's going to be very thin at this stage, but we will look to upgrade these scouts very soon if we can. Reece Roberts there, 49 to 65, and we're going to hold off on signing him up at the moment. We want lads that can grow to a higher potential so that when we do move on, they help this club grow and obviously help their international side pools just really get into, you know, strong teams. So by the time we get to like 2030 and we're playing in our 3rd World Cup, maybe some of these minnow continents that we have been scouting have turned into really big forces to be reckoned with. All right, Australia's brought us back one player as well. It's Harrison Cox, 51 to 69. He's 6'7", so we will monitor him further. And we are, of course, here in South Africa. They've brought us back 2 players. Kaya Matlu, 63 to 85, and Masungli Dube, 57 to 75. So we'll monitor them further. We won't bring them in just yet. Right, so August, no games. Let's get simulating and we'll push on and we'll get some more youth reports back before the next month starts. Right, release clause has been paid here for Tom Boyle, 460 grand. I don't even know which player it is because we don't even know anything about this team yet. But okay, there's release clauses here. We might be in trouble. We might have to check that out. Right, Tom Doyle there, 460 grand release clause, is a 63 up 1. But, I mean, we've got a lot of centre-backs, so it's probably okay. What else have we got going on here? Is there any more release clauses I need to worry about? 360 there for Elliott, but he's got no face, so I'll allow that one. And, okay, that's cool. Now, I did want to check on Russo. Does he have a potential? Oh, my days. 75 to 93, and he doesn't have a potential status, which means he's going to be only up to an 80 rated player without training, of course. So we've got a lot of work here to do then for Russo. He may get, you know, he might change his status if he moves clubs and that kind of stuff, but that's a little bit disappointing. Hopefully he can still grow into a solid player for us. All right, Tom Doyle has been sold. We get 325 grand. Right, due to the fact that Russo doesn't have a potential, I'm going to make an executive decision here to try and loan glitch him and see if we can at least get a little bit of potential out of him. It is transfer deadline day, so this could go a little bit haywire, but I'm going to let him go out on loan and see if we can pull him back and increase his value. Right, Russo is out on loan, and it's the next day. We're going to try and bring him back and see if we can bump his potential. Right, so if you're not familiar with loan glitching, it's not something that I do regularly, but I just feel he's our scout future star. He's going to be coming through the entire way. He was supposed to have a potential of 93, and we've just been shafted. So we've sent him off to Sheffield Wednesday on a loan. It is the following day. His valuation, I believe, is 1.2 million. Okay, so what we want to do here is pull him back and hope that that value increases. Let's recall him from loan. Right, so his valuation did not increase, but if we look at his status now, he is showing great potential. So we have managed to loan glitch him there on the first try. That means he's going to get up to at least an 84 sort of rated player, and we can have a look at how he is traveling through this career mode. Maybe we decide to loan glitch him again. I'm not too sure. We'll see how he pans out at showing up. I don't like to push them too much and break the limits, but at least now he's going to grow into a player that we'll be able to at least utilize through the 5 different careers that we play in this Journeyman. So let's get moving. So taking a look at the month of September, there is 1 game to play, and that is the first game we'll be playing in this career mode. So let's get simulating through to there, and then we'll be taking on the Central Coast Mariners in the first game of the A-League season. All right, here we go. The first game of our Journeyman. We're taking on the Central Coast Mariners. I haven't updated any of the stadium names here for this kind of competition. All the European ones will still be done from my existing saves, but 2 youth players into here. We've got Russo out on the right, and McGlinchey is going to get his first start here at centre-back, partnering up with Stevie Taylor. Let's see if we can start this career mode off with a bang. It's ultimate difficulty, 6-minute halves, as we normally would play, no sliders. Let's get into this game and look for 3 points in the first game of the Journeyman. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the A-League, and we are with the New Zealand-based side, the Wellington Phoenix. Our opening game of the season here is against the Central Coast Mariners, and we've got two Youth Academy players in play here. Well, one is a regen from the free agents in McGlinchey, the big 6'7" New Zealander, and of course our Scout future star Russo gets his debut here on the right-hand side. Hopefully they can have some input here in this game, and hopefully we can find some points here for Wellington. Mandy plays one forward. Here is Singh, one of the shining lights in this Wellington side. Pass back nicely. Has he got delivery? Brings it inside. Oh, McGlinchey's got forward. Get in the back line, you tall timber. Another corner here for Central Coast. McGlinchey's got himself his first yellow card of his career. Russo gets in there and makes a good touch. And here is Singh. Young New Zealander drives his way forward. And can't get through Miller. Roof up. Out wide. Here is young Russo. Has he got some delivery? Brings it back inside. Oh, unlucky for Singh. Good delivery from Russo. And young Singh couldn't get the finish there. And just off trajectory. Our first real intent on goal. Out wide. Williams plays one through. Here is Singh. Gets himself inside. Takes the strike. Oh, it wasn't far away. And Singh is a little bit of a spark in this team. Gets himself into a good position. Under pressure, takes the strike and just misses out on the cupcakes. There's Krishna. Fijian. Oh! Oh my days, it's a brilliant finish on the cusp of half-time. The lad from Fiji, I believe, Krishna, has got himself a brilliant finish. And Wellington Phoenix get the biscuits here. On the cusp of the half-time whistle, he just took the game on with a little bit of pizzazz, a little bit of flair. And look at this, just turns, burns, gets around his man, finds it through the legs as well, off the sidebar. And it's 1-0 to the Wellington Phoenix. Oh, that is a brilliant goal from Krishna. Gets in. 1-0. And there is the half-time whistle, 1-0 in favour of the Phoenix. Russo turns his man, and he's gone low. Pearce gets low to make the save. Roof up back inside. Krishna gets the touch on, finds Singh, finds Russo. Oh, his first strike. It's not a bad one at all. He's just whipped it on the left. I'm not even sure what foot he's favoured. But he's had a red-hot crack there. He would love a goal here on debut. Just skims the crossbar. It's a goal kick. Singh plays it back forward. Here is young Russo. Turns his man, brings it inside for Krishna. Picked off. Here's Mandy. Good save. Well, it's a free kick here. 80 minutes gone for the Central Coast Mariners. They played over the top, off the sidebar, and cleared off the line, and off the sidebar. Oh my days, it's absolute comicalness. And McGlinchey gets a big tackle. It'll be a corner here for the Central Coast Mariners. How did they not score there? An absolute force field set up by the Wellington Phoenix, and Russo is the man to clear. Oh, that's a ball and a half. Russo. Oh, there's the whistle. Well, we get a victory on the opening day of the season. 3 points and a lovely goal from Krishna. 9 shots to 6, fairly even contested game. And Krishna gets the man of the match there with an 8.4. Right, I did let the Youth Academy Scouts just roll through because they're 1-star, 1-star. Let's see if we've got any talent, though, here. Reece Roberts, 48 to 60, definitely not. Brandon Murphy at 64 to 82 isn't too bad for this competition. Ollie Griffiths, 54 to 70, and Jamie Richardson, 47 to 63. I want to sign at least one. It's pretty tough here. I think we need to upgrade this scout to at least a 2-star, 2-star. Who do we pick, though? That is the question. Let's take Brandon Murphy into the academy. Right, we are here in Australia. Harrison Cox, 58 to 70, 6'7", central defensive midfielder. Reece Moore, 46 to 58, 68 to 88. That's more like it. Brandon Hill, 62 to 80, and Charles White, 45 to 63. Let's get Reece Moore into this academy. And finally, we are here in South Africa. Matulu is 68 to 84. Dubé, 53 to 65. Nakobe, 61 to 79. Dadu, there we go, 68 to 92. Gatsha Dadu. And Kenso Sebe, 61 to 83. Probably not. Let's get Dadu into this academy. Right, I had a quick look, and there wasn't any 2-star, 2-star scouts, so we'll go another 3 months, and by then, you guys will have had a chance to get your comments down below, and we can look at really getting into this series with you guys in control. So I'm going going to go out here to New Zealand, Australia, and let's go to America. So here are the three lads that we've just signed up. Brandon Murphy, 64 to 82, only 42 overall, so we'll leave him in the academy. Reece Moore is 15 years of age from Australia, 52 overall, 68 to 88 potential at this stage. And Gatcha Dadu is another right midfielder here, 52 overall, 68 to 92 potential. We'll monitor them a little bit longer before we make a decision to bring them into this team. Now we take a look at October. We've got 3 games to choose from. We've got the Perth Glory, we've got Melbourne City, and we do have Sydney FC. I'm more inclined to play the games towards the end of the month, so let's simulate through the Perth Glory and Melbourne City games, and we'll take on Sydney FC. Right, so for this episode I will do the live sim so we can see who's scoring the goals and all that kind of stuff. Wellington hosting the Perth Glory, and it's a 2-2 draw. Right, on the road here against Melbourne City, and we lose 1-0. Time for the second game of this episode. We're at home at the Westpac Stadium. That is the Wellington Phoenix Stadium's name. I did manage to change that one on the way through. We'll use the same lineup that we did against Central Coast, and hopefully we can get some points here at home against Sydney FC. Let's do this. All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, hosting Sydney FC, and a draw and a loss on the simulations means we need to find some points here for the Wellington Phoenix. We probably want to get at least a mid-table finish, reach maybe the quarterfinals as asked for by the board in this first season. Not really going for the title. We just don't have the calibre of players brought in just yet. But hopefully, as the youth scouts increase and hopefully brings back some talent, we currently sit in 6th position after 3 games, 4 points on the board for Wellington. Let's get into this game. Krishna, Russo, Singh, Krishna. Oh, it's brilliant football from the Wellington Phoenix. And at home, in front of the home fans, you get a goal inside a minute and a half, 90 seconds. And well, Singh and Krishna, these are 2 sensational players in this league. For me, anyway. I mean, they're 73 rated, Krishna, and I think Singh's already up to a 72. So, you know, top quality players in this league. And Krishna, the Fijian lad, is really going here. He gets himself a lovely finish, a lovely goal. And that makes it 1-0 to the Phoenix. Ricardo Garlo absolutely loving a life here in New Zealand. Let's go. Oh, there's a goal. Sydney FC in through Ninkovic. And 11 minutes gone. It's 1-1. Well, McGlitchy probably needed to get back in the hole there. We need that big 6'7" lad controlling the box, but was nowhere near that one. And they get an easy finish. 1-1. Game on here at the Westpac Stadium. You can just see here McGlitchy just stopped, and he's on the outside of the box, leaving it to the small lads. And not good enough there from the keeper. It's 1-1. And Russo brings it back inside. Oh, Krishna couldn't get there. Here's Mandy. He's picked off. Williams. Rufa. Can't get the ball through. Still keeps coming. They play it back to the keeper. Well, it's a corner here for Sydney on the cusp of half-time. We don't want to give up this goal now. Driven inside and cleared away. There's the whistle. Deadlocked at 1-1. It's another corner here for the Wellington Phoenix. Rufa drives inside. Oh my God. Oh, blah. Here we go. Mandy. Rufa lays it off. Russo! Oh, he's worked red, mate. And another corner here for the Wellington Phoenix. Can we find a set-piece specialist? Here's the header. There's a goal. Who the fuck was that? It's Williams. Number 11 with the top knot. Get a haircut, son. And it is Wellington Phoenix 2, Sydney FC 1. And a set-piece works here finally for the Phoenix. 63 minutes gone here at home. You won't want to disappoint the home fans. Lovely ball inside. Williams gets in front of everyone. And a class finish. It's 2-1 to Wellington. Oh, fuck me. All right, Sydney FC back into the game. 70 minutes gone, and they've just ripped through us like a hot knife in butter. It's Lafondre, I think, getting the goal there. And McGlitchy doesn't really have the pace to get across. He's got long legs and a big bald head, but that's about it. And left exposed at the back here. Look at that opening. A huge amount of space to run into. McGlitchy needed to cover the space. He sort of ducked back. I mean, I don't know why the defenders do that. It doesn't happen to the CPU defenders. They don't dodge and weave their way out of the way. But, oh well, it's 2-2. Oh, what is the keeper? Oh, the keeper's decided to make an absolute debacle of it. An open net. And they've missed out on a key opportunity. Oh, big talent. Big talent. And a huge tackle. Krishna plays through. No, he doesn't. Picked off by the defence. Come on, Willie. Yes. Singh. Inside. Krishna. Fires one. No, Zulu's just picking his pocket. Russo hasn't had a chance. Oh, good from Singh. Russo flicks forward. Krishna gets the touch. Oh, jeez. He's taken 2 legs in his cock there. Van der Linden with a rash challenge. Send him off, ref. What an absolute dickhead. Go on. Give him a talking to. Give him a card, mate. That was absolutely disgraceful. Just a yellow. An opportunity here. A free kick. And, well, you know what? Let's give Russo a crack. 33 yards out. Don't like his chances, but you never know. Whips it around and doesn't beat Redmayne. Well, there is the whistle. It's a 2-2 draw. 11 shots to 6. They control possession. And Singh with a 9.2 man of the match. Not making any substitutions. There's not really anything on the bench that tickles my fancy. Right, Scout Report is back from New Zealand. Alfie Watson, 55 to 77, looks like a goalkeeper. And Liam Murphy is absolute trash. We'll continue to scout. We're in Australia. We've got Mason Davis, 49 to 67, and Brandon Lee, 40 to 54, 64 to 88. Possibly worth bringing in. I might just... what do you guys reckon at home? Let me know in the comments. Should we just sign all of these players and regardless of their talent, just really just turn this into a 50-man squad and play with some of these poorer players to start with? I don't know. Like, do you want to see the real players, or would you rather me fill the team with, low-rated players? Let me know in the comments section. And the USA has brought us back Tyler Martin, 47 to 65, and Noah Cameron, 43 to 59. More trash. Right, taking a look at our current youth academy. Brandon Murphy's dropped to a 64 to 80. Reece Moore, 69 to 85, and Gasha Dadu, 66 to 86. All right, November, this will be the final month for this episode. We've smashed through it. We've got Adelaide, Brisbane Roar, and Melbourne Victory. Now, Brisbane Roar was second on the list for possibly the team that you guys wanted to see. So I think we'll play that game there against Brisbane and see how we go. Let's get moving. Right, we've got Adelaide United up first in this month, away from home, and it's a 2-2 draw. All right, here we go. We are taking on the Brisbane Roar, and hopefully we can find some points here on the road. Russo and McGlinchey are into the starting lineup. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go, taking on the Brisbane Roar. And, I mean, this is the Journeyman Career Mode. It's a long haul, but it's fast-paced, so it's going to start off slow until we start getting a lot more players through, until we get that international job offer. It's going to take a little bit of time, but persist with it. It's fucking an enjoyable series, and make sure you're having a go at home. Let me know in the comment section how you guys are going with your Journeyman Career Modes, and let's get into this game here against Brisbane. We've been scoring some goals, but we just need to turn that into a win, especially when we are playing the games, because we can't rely on all the simulation stuff. And he tried to come through. Singh plays this one off for Russo. Back inside for Singh. Turns his man. Singh turns and shoots and puts it high. And from Russo. Rufa. Mandy. Williams. Krishna. Drives his way forward here. Krishna. Can he get the finish? Oh, Williams. Oh, what? Oh, fucking poor defending again. Why can't I clear a fucking ball? 1-0 Brisbane Roar. I think it's that Mickelson. I don't know. Fuck's sake. Just trying to bloody be arsey and just pass our way out. Just clear the fucking thing. I don't have the caliber of players. Look at this. Simple touch out and just pass it straight into the defender instead of clearing it. That's woeful. 1-0. Russo. Singh. Krishna. Oh, good save. Corner now. Inside McGlinchey. Oh, Young. Didn't see it, but somehow grabs it. And there's the whistle for half-time. We give it up. It's 1-0 to the Brisbane Roar. Says down the line. Williams tries to get a crossing. Krishna can't beat the keeper. But it is a penalty called on Pepper, and a chance for the Wellington Phoenix to get into the game here. And we really have been starved for opportunities, or their keeper has been pretty good, but Krishna has been poleaxed. And, come on, you've got to give it to Russo, don't you? Or should we give it to McGlinchey? Yeah, come on, let's give the big 6'7" centre-back a crack at a penalty. Oh, he's got it too! What a perfect penalty from the huge centre-back. Probably the only goal he'll score in his career, I don't know. Already balding at 21 years of age, but he is a man mountain here at the back for the Wellington Phoenix. And call as you like from the spot. Takes the penalty with class and precision. He's bigger than the goalkeeper, that's for sure. Maybe a bit of intimidation there. That is a perfect penalty from McGlinchey. And it's 1-1. Oh, come on. Stevie Taylor. You're a veteran here, mate. You need to do a lot better. He's a former Premier League player, and he's just been written off by a player here from the Brisbane Roar. Well, the penalty equalised it, but just nothing there. As if Stevie Taylor isn't pushing that man to the ground and taking his wallet. Off the sidebar, straight back, and 2-1. Works his way through, cuts back nicely. Oh, and he hits the fucking sidebar. All that work for fucking nothing. Russo gets a touch. Roofer. There is Russo. Does well, Russo. Works his way inside, and it takes a deflection. And an easy save there for Young, and it's going to be a 2-1 loss here to the Brisbane Roar. And we're looking for some cavalry here for the Wellington Phoenix. Maybe we need to bring in some of these youth players that obviously don't have the rating, but you never know, they could be stars of the future. And there is a third goal on the break for Brisbane. And they've touched us up here on their home deck to make it 3-1. And, Ricardo Gallo started off with a win. And it's been all downhill since then. And the board will be looking at his head early if he can't get this team firing. What on earth was the defender doing there, trying to slide challenge in the box? That's wonderful, isn't it? Absolutely wonderful. And once again, piss poor goalkeeping. 3-1. And there's the whistle. A defeat to the Brisbane Roar. Well, 11 shots to 12, an even contested game. And let's have a look here. McGlinchey gets an 8.2. He is our man of the match. Right, it's the final game here for November. We've got the Melbourne Victory at home. And it's a 2-0 loss. It's not looking like a good season thus far for the Wellington Phoenix. Right, so I think at the end of every episode, obviously we're going through 3 to 4 months per episode. We've been quite, a lot through this one, of course, because we had a transfer window where there was no games. But I want to give you a squad report, maybe not a full one. Maybe we'll just concentrate on the regens and the academy players that we've brought up, just to see how they're travelling along. So we've got McGlinchey, who obviously we are training a little bit. 66, he's gone up 3 attribute-wise. What's he growing in? Jumping, stamina, strength, interceptions. We're obviously training him just defensively. But, he's coming along nicely, and probably the number 2 centre-back here now behind Stevie Taylor, who has dropped down 1 already to a 68. And then the only other player we've got, obviously, is Russo, 66 up 1. I haven't given him any training just yet. I'll just let him marinate and grow naturally. Jumping, sprint speed, stamina, reactions at 61 isn't too shabby. Long shots coming along. He just needs to build a little bit of pace there if he's going to play out on the wing, or maybe we try him in the midfield. Not too sure just yet. Now, as we do in the Youth Edition, we normally upgrade some of our players. We've only brought in 2 thus far, but you guys are obviously going to let me know in the comments on whether you want us just to fill this team with subpar youth players while we're building the squad. Let me know, of course. But I would like to give you guys the opportunity to upgrade some players. Obviously, we're going to go through a lot of months, and we may not be here that long to, upgrade a lot of players. Probably more concentrating on upgrading the national pool players once we get our international job. But for now, let's give McGlinchey a little bit of an upgrade. What you need to do is down in the comment section, let me know what boots, ankle tape, how you want his kit fit, sleeves, and all that kind of stuff. What we will do, though, is untuck their shirts to know that we have upgraded the player. You can change their number if you like. Get commenting down below. Thumbs up on what you think suits McGlinchey here for New Zealand. And in a future episode, we'll get him updated. Obviously, we're only putting out one of these a week, so I should be able to get to that in the next episode. Good luck. And that is where we're going to wrap up episode number 1. I need you to leave me lots of comments down below. Countries to scout, player upgrades, and what you want to actually see in these kind of edits. Obviously, they're quite fast-paced. Do you want to see training? Do you want to see all the transfer action? Do you want to see a lot more statistics? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Lots of thumbs up on things that you think are good for the series, and we'll try and build these kind of edits that you guys want to see. Obviously, they're going to be probably 45 minutes, maybe an hour long, some of these episodes. Only out once a week. I'm going to try and get them out hopefully every Friday night, so you've got a full weekend to watch them, as well as the other content that's coming out on the channel if you are interested in that. But at the moment we sit in 9th, and we really need to do something with this team. Should we be bringing in as many youth players as we can, flip this team around, or should we be concentrating on the first 11 and pushing on and trying to get that victory there regardless of what players we've got in this team? Let me know everything you want in this series down below in the comments. Very, very important if we want to get this underway, and hopefully you enjoyed that first episode of the Journeyman. We'll see you in the next one. I'm Sparring DK. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and you have a good one. This video is powered by Neurotech and their product Clarity. Now you can jump over to their website now, use the discount code DK10 for 10% off your next purchase, and I highly recommend this product. I use it every single day. It increases your energy, your focus, while reducing fatigue and stress. If you want to know how I get out all these videos and keep that work going, this is the product for you. So go and check it out. All the information that you need is on at that website. If you feel like making a purchase, chuck in at that discount code for 10% off. Now, if you are looking for more fresh content to check out, you can click one of these 2 videos. If you feel like subscribing, well, there's a button right there. Make sure you put on that notifications bell, and we'll see you next time.